o'clock right now. Feel good after what shitty night I had, but it's fine. We're gonna get to the top, assess the situation, see if we can see anything over the edge. I know there's people over here. I know they're in there. So maybe we can sit on the edge and wait for them to push them to us. It's a long ways to go in there to chase elk. Chasing elk is not easy and not fun. Sometimes just letting them come to you, it's the way to do it. Plus, stomach is still growling. I don't want to overwork myself today. Okay. All right. Have a couple more minutes here to get to the top. We'll go from there. It's been a long day. Gonna try to talk quietly. I don't think there's anything right here, but who knows? I'm trying to get to a different spot. So, got up to the top, and another guy was sitting there. Luke. Sitting exactly where I was gonna go sit. So, as I'm walking up, he waves to me. I go over and we talk for a minute, and he's hunting mule deer. Cool guy. He points out that there were some elk on the other side of the bowl earlier that morning and the day before. So I go up a little bit further so I'm not bothering him, and I'm sitting there glassing. Actually, took a nap. Glass for a minute, and then I took about a 30-minute nap, and it felt amazing after the night that I had. As I'm sitting there glassing, I noticed a bull come out of the trees that he was talking about on the other side. It's not a big bull. It's only about a three-pointer. Not one I'm going to shoot up here, at least. But he was coming out and went back in so quickly that a high probability that there are other bulls with him in the trees. And he went in pretty quickly, and haven't seen him since. And that was a while ago. So they're probably bedded down in there, staying cool and waiting for the evening. My plan is to sneak up here, go slow, because I think there's some hunting on the way. But try to stay on the downwind side, and then get up high enough to where I'm on their level, because they're up their ways. They're about 3/4 the way up this thing, and I had to drop down to get to a certain ridge to where I can get to a better vantage with the wind. But I'm just kind of letting my feet calm down for a second, but everything relax, letting the sweat kind of dissipate a little bit. And I'm about to poke over this hill and get to that ridge to where I can skirt up to about their elevation. There's a little section in there that I'm a little iffy on if I'm going to be able to get through without them seeing me, but not going to find out until I go up there. So let's go up there. I'm just relaxing for a second. It'd be really creepy if there's a mountain lion behind me, wouldn't there? Would you tell me? You would. Yeah, you would. Somebody just spooked a herd of about 50 elk with a decent bull in it. I'm trying to make my way to a point where I can get a read on them. It's gonna be tricky. Let's see if we can do this. No. Honestly not even sure what to say right now. I just kind of turned the camera on because broadside, 20 yards, right there. He was right there. I was about to pull, but I'm in the open here a little bit. So I was getting ready to pull, getting the tension, starting to drive it back, and he looked at me. He sat there and looked at me for a second. So I just waited and waited, and then he turned and he took a couple steps, and I got my draw all the way back. And then I was all the way back, and he looked again after. It wasn't like in the motion, it was after. Kind of interesting. I was packing up camp and a guy came driving by on a he walked down and his four-wheeler was just in front of my truck there. So he hopped on his four-wheeler, and as he was driving by, he stopped. He thought I was somebody else, I guess, but I'm glad he stopped. It was the guy that was bugling. The elk that came in, there was a guy bugling maybe 100 yards from me, 130 or so yards from me. And the elk decided to come 20 yards from me. So in the whole process, I felt bad to a point, like, oh man, I never shot, I guess, so I shouldn't feel bad, but, and I shouldn't, no matter what, because it's hard to get on elk anyways, so, but anyways, my point here is not 30 minutes before that happened, he shot a bull. He shot a bull. I guess he shot a really good bull too. And he just heard that one, so he was calling to it. And I was wondering why he was sitting up on top of that hill, not moving, not making a play. I was so confused on why he was doing that. He didn't find it yet. He's gonna go back tomorrow. His name is Bill, by the way. Bill, you're a cool guy. Great talking with you. And I hope you find your bull tomorrow, man. I guess we'll never know, but maybe one day. I wish I had
I wish I had one more second. One more second. I was lined up on him. I was ready to go. If I just had one more second, I would have let the arrow fly, and who knows? Who knows? We might be gutting it out of elk right now. So there was a moment there, about 15 minutes, where the bull was over this lip from where I was. If I would have left from where I was, the guy would have seen me, and I felt bad because I was kind of in on his hunt, I thought. Man, because I could have went down and got over that little knoll, and I would have been 20 yards away. I could have drawn, popped up, and hit him. Damn. Either way, that was really fun. Got my blood pumping a little bit. That was a good time. So I'm gonna be meeting up with my brother and my dad on Monday morning, and I really am not feeling that good. So I decided to regroup by heading back to Billings, sleeping one night in my own bed. About an hour, 45 minutes left in this trip. Back to the house. Be back around 11:15ish. It's not bad. Regroup and then probably head to Lewistown tomorrow at some point. Sleep in, make sure my stuff's ready again. That would have been cool. 2 bulls in the exact same spot. That would have been cool. From 2 different parties. Huh. What could have been? What could have been? All right. See you guys.
This is all pre-bear attack.
This is all way pre-bear attack. So I say all
Makes
that.
its own gravy.
It makes its own gravy.
Had been making its own gravy.
Yes, it's three layers
The
of gravy.
gravy was already thick.
So